Hello everybody, back here again for our vlog a day, and today is Monday the 9th, and today was a lovely, beautiful day to be alive. Got up this morning, fairly decent time frame. Bruce needed to go out quickly, you could hear him dancing around, so got up and got him out, luckily before any mess was made, so it was worth the jumping up and racing to get him out, so worked out pretty well. So got out the dogs, hung outside for the dogs a little bit, just chilling out there. No big deal. Wait for my wife to get up, start stirring around a little bit, so then I could get the dogs fed, all that good fun stuff. From there, basically headed back in. She said she was ready to go to the office, so I went ahead and grabbed the stuff I needed and hauled her to work. Everything was good to go there. Got her dropped off. Everything was fine. Got back to the house, chilling out a little bit. Ended up getting a dog meet and greet request. They wanted me to watch their dog starting tomorrow, and I told them I said the best I can do is a meet and greet, and I asked them when they could come, basically when they're like, oh, free anytime, blah blah. I'm like, well, we can do it right now. And that, like, well, no, I can't do it now. How about 12:30? I'm like, well, 12:30 don't work for me because I have some dogs I have to go walk, and I'll be gone from like 11:30 to usually 1 is what I figure. It doesn't take quite that long, but I leave an extra gap because if something happens, I don't want to be racing back to meet somebody for a meet and greet. And they're like, well, I don't know about that, whatever. And I said, well, the best I can do for you is when I'm heading back, I'll send you a text, and then basically as soon as you can get over, then I should be free the rest of the afternoon, aside from going to get my wife at work. And they're like, okay. So let that go. Came time to head down to go walk the dogs, so everything was good. Headed out. On the way down there, had somebody reach out wanting me to watch a 110-pound Rottweiler that sounds like it's their dad's dog. They're putting the dad in the hospital, and I'm not sure exactly. I think it kind of sounded like one of those kind of last minute things kind of happened, and told them, I said, well, I need to do a meet and greet, make sure the dog is one I'd want to watch, and they understood completely. And I told them I was going to walk some other dogs, and that as soon as I got back, I'd reach out to them, we could set up a meet and greet, and they said it made sense. So everything was good there. Went down, walked the dogs, walk went fine, and go with them. The one, the male dog, it's like, I get there and he was like bouncing around in the crate, just like crazy, losing his damn mind. And what it was is the weather was nice enough. She didn't turn the AC on, so it was just the window open, the fan. I think he heard me pull in, so it made him even more rambunctious. And of course, the window open, you could hear it more, and he was just losing his damn mind in the crate. So finally got the female hooked up, got him out of the crate. Got him to settle down enough to get the leash hooked up, which is always kind of a bit of a chore in itself. So from there, headed out for the walk, started my timer, because I always start a timer for like 16 minutes after already leaving the RV. So it's not like I'm worried about the exact 30-minute walk time, but I walk out for 16 minutes worth, usually a lot more stopping and pooping and sniffing on the way out, so that gives me time. Timer goes off, reminds me to turn and go back, which I kind of know about how far we'll make it every time, but it's just a little reminder for myself to know that I'm there long enough to make the walk worthwhile. So went out on the walk, and it was great. Came back, worked out great, put the dogs back in, and then headed back home. Reached out to the people at the Rottweiler. Actually, reached out to the other dog first, the little collie, and reached out to them and said, hey, I'm on my way back if you want to do a meet and greet, schedule it. And they basically said they keep me in mind for next time they go out of town, whatever, but they must have booked somebody else. So I was like, whatever, good, no big deal. How are you two doing? So I went ahead and that one got moved on. It's like, cool, no big deal. So I was gonna try and work around 2 different meet and greets, which would be a bit of a pain in the butt. So went ahead, reached out to the Rottweiler owner, let them know that I was free whenever, and we set up a time for like 1:15 to come over. And they got there, and the dog's old. I don't know how old, but fairly old and really overweight. So we got talking about things and whatnot, discussing feeding schedule and stuff, and how much her dad feeds them, and basically how it wouldn't hurt to cut her back on her food a little bit because she's a little overweight, and how it's kind of she's from over on the other coast, west coast of Florida, drove over, checked on her dad, and it sounded like they were going to put him in the hospital. That's why I kind of last minute need somebody to watch the dog. So I did ask him, like, I know you got a pretty good stay here, but what if your dad will make it out of the hospital? She goes, oh no, I'm coming back, and blah blah whatever. So it's all good. So she has a reactive pit bull at home that doesn't get along with other dogs, why she couldn't take the dog home with her. So it's like, okay, no big deal, it's all good. During the meet and greet, I went ahead and she'd already prepaid the whole thing and everything, so I was just waiting for me to finish the booking. So it went fine. got that booked. When I got the food and all that good stuff, came in, got it all set up and good to go. Dog's really friendly, just a sweet girl. But her and the pit bull, I don't know, she's kind of weird. Like when she meets new dogs and stuff, she gets like this weird, she's very vocal and kind of a little bit ornery and stuff. And I'm just like, you're here for like one more day. And this Roddy's going through a lot of stress. I think this is the first time Roddy's ever been watched by somebody else. So didn't really mess with too much. I didn't leave them alone or nothing. I kept him watched really closely and kind of isolated a little bit in the process. So I got a couple other things done. Wife reached out. I said, hey, do you have any idea what time you want me to come pick you up? She goes, how about aiming for like 3:30? And I'm like, okay. So let me know. And she goes, no, make it 3:30. I'm like, okay. How are you doing today? Better than I deserve. So I said, okie doke. And I guess about 2 o'clock, her leg just started really giving her fits. But really just started giving her fits and started hurting a lot. So went ahead and said the heck with it and told her I'm here there at 3:30, all good. So when I got there, you honk at me when there's nobody around, pull the hell over. You're at a stupid UPS truck. Don't honk at me, I'm supposed to get out of the way. Like, I'm on the side of the road, move over. But anyway, so I went and picked her up, and you could tell her leg was really bugging the shit out of her today. You could see it in her face. So that was not a good feeling, but got her home, got her set up. She had to go in the office, get a couple things done real quick, and then headed in, laid down in the bed for a while to kind of relax her legs some, which I think she's been walking around her walker a little too much and doing more than she should be doing with her legs. So kind of did it to herself, I think, but it is what it is. So got that done, got back to the house, hung out for a while. It was about time to go for my run. So I got the dogs all situated and hung out. Went and got my run in, got that taken care of, and got back from there, grabbed myself a shower. Time for dinner. We were just having leftovers, so it wasn't that big a deal. And I also had King. I forgot about that. King came. The Doberman got dropped off by a new friend this morning. And after I got back from dropping my wife off at work, that went smoothly. Dogs were doing great. He's a good dog. But it was time to basically get the dog back and hear from him. Usually the mother, or the dog's grandmother, how you want to look at it, the woman who owns the dog, her mother comes and picks the dog up. And we've been doing it Wednesdays every week. And she switched to Mondays because the schedule for Devito to be dropped off to me. And the mother had forgot that she was supposed to pick the dog up. So it was well after 5, and I didn't reach out to him yet because usually they're pretty good about it. And I got a text like, oh, my mom's on her way, I'm so sorry, she forgot we switched days and stuff. And I guess even the grandma got there to pick up the dog, and we were chatting a little bit, and she apologized. I'm like, that's all fine, so no big deal. So I went ahead and gave her back the dog, and she's like, I kind of thought, like, why isn't the dog here? When she got home, she's like, where'd the dog go? And I'm like, that's a little panic moment. She goes, yeah, I probably should have checked them, I didn't. So it is what it is. So she went ahead and gave the dog back, and I went and got my run in, got back from my run, grabbed a shower, ended up having leftovers for dinner, so it's kind of easy to eat whenever I wanted to heat it up and have it. Mom ended up making some kind of, I don't know, winter garden vegetable thing, whatever, medley thing they found in the freezer department my wife wanted. And stay out of the road, puppy. Come on, get out of the road. Come on, get out of the road. You're gonna get hit by a car. But so I went ahead and made that, and it didn't crisp up, and I just stayed real mushy looking. So I didn't really eat any of that. I ate all the potatoes, ate the pork chops we had, and Mom made some stuffing also, which knocked out that meal. Watched another Grace and Frankie, and then headed back outside with the dogs, chilling out with them for the evening. Everything was going good. We were having a good time. Came time to go to bed. Kind of put the dogs where everybody's ready to sleep, and the stupid Rottweiler would not lay down and go to sleep. It kept prancing around. She's just looking for crap and kept trying to eat shit. Kept pulling shoes out. My wife had a bunch of shoes because she's been really bad about not putting her shoes up. We got like a shoe rack and all kind of stuff in the closet. She's not been doing it, so we got like 5 or 6 pairs of shoes on the floor and stuff and whatnot. And just dog was just being a pain in the ass. Just constantly just kept trying to shoot up things and just kept getting in trouble. And I was like, oh, you gotta be kidding me. So I finally gave up, said hell with it. Brought the dog out in the living room with me, and then thought I was gonna sleep on the couch. So the dog, at least there's nothing out there for the dog to eat. So out in the living room, went ahead and put the pit bull in the bedroom with my wife, and basically I could chill out there. So Bruce and I and the Rottweiler stayed out in the living room, and it took a long time. The dog never really settled down, never really settled, and just was crappy all damn day. It was a long evening, so not a lot of sleep happened, but it's part of the job, I guess. It's one of the things that happens to you. So anyway, that's all I got for right now. I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Have yourself a safe, wonderful day. Thanks for watching.